Government corruption has never been more prevalent or caused more harm. It's why extremism is on the rise. It's why the financial gap between the haves and have-nots has never been wider. And it's why our planet is at risk of an extinction level tragedy. That's why I need your help to keep exposing the truth about the rot on both sides of the aisle. Become a supporter or a friend of the show today by clicking on the coffee link in the description box below. Friends of the show join me on a Zoom hangout once a month, and you guys can ask me any questions you want, and I can get to know you better. But the most important reason to help is to keep the show alive. Together, we can and will save our country and our planet. Thanks in advance and enjoy the show. Everyone, welcome to the show. I wanted to share some news with you that hasn't gotten enough attention, in my opinion. So you guys might remember that former Wisconsin Supreme Court Judge Michael Gableman was appointed by Wisconsin Republicans. They asked him to conduct an election audit, kind of like the Arizona FrAudit, that whole scam. Well, a watchdog group called American Oversight filed public records requests. They tried to gain access to the documents related to this whole scam, this new one in Wisconsin, which is paid for by taxpayers, by the way. And in fact, as of the middle of June, this other bogus election investigation had already cost the taxpayers approximately $900,000, almost $1 million on something that they know is completely bogus. So Gableman refused to respond to the requests. So American Oversight filed a lawsuit. They filed several lawsuits, actually. If this sounds familiar, it's because it's nearly identical to what took place in Arizona with the cyber ninjas. Well, in one lawsuit, American Oversight accused Gableman of, quote, routinely deleting audit records. And then in a subsequent hearing on the matter, he actually admitted to it. Gableman said, quote, "Did I delete documents? Yes, I did." Gableman also admitted to disposing of handwritten notes that he took during related meetings, one of which was in South Dakota. That was at one of these Q-Loon events hosted by the My Pillow guy, Mike Lindell. He actually went to that event and met with them and took notes. And then in addition, he confirmed that he used his personal email account to communicate about this FrAudit, but he deactivated that account, and he admitted that he did it after he received the public records request from American Oversight. So in a subsequent court proceeding, this Gableman guy has a complete meltdown. The people who were in attendance said that he was yelling at and mocking not just American Oversight and the judge, but then he was hurling misogynistic insults at American Oversight's attorney. So the judge slapped him with a contempt order for that outburst in court. He ordered him to pay $2,000 a day until he hands over the requested documents. The judge also ordered Gableman to immediately stop deleting records, but he had been told that before. And in a related case, another judge ruled that Assembly Speaker Robin Vos, quote, violated the public records statutes in 3 ways. And she gave him 20 days to produce all of the documents, but she didn't impose any financial penalties yet. So we'll see what happens. But keep in mind, Vos is the guy who's on TV now saying that Donald Trump just reached out to him and asked him again to overturn the election in that state because their Supreme Court ruled that drop boxes are illegal. So he's making it out like he's some hero for not going along with what Trump told him to do, but he is stiff-arming oversight groups who are trying to get documents to see what they're up to in these ridiculous audits that they're doing, so-called audits. Now, the judge in that subsequent case, in the second case, did order Vos to pay American Oversight's legal fees. So, who knows? Maybe that's enough of an incentive for him to turn over the documents so he doesn't have to go back to court and pay more of their legal fees. And in regard to this Gableman guy, this guy was a state Supreme Court justice. They need to go back. They need to revisit every single case, every single sentence he issued, everything he presided over. He's clearly an idiot and he's untrustworthy. He even told the judge that he attended one of Lindell's election fraud events because, quote, I thought there was going to be some solid evidence of Chinese interference of the machines, and I was very disappointed with the lack of substance to back up those claims. And I was annoyed that I had gone out, and as it turns out, I had COVID. Anyway, I didn't find anything I could use during that seminar. No, you don't say. So this guy thought that more than 60 of his fellow judges got it wrong when they tossed Trump's lawsuits out and they laughed him out of court. And then he admitted to the judge that he's been researching how elections work because, quote, I did not have a very sophisticated or intricate understanding. But this is the guy that the occupants of Trump's clown car brought in to oversee an election audit. Yeah, that's not suspicious at all. The guy who has no understanding of how elections work, but he's going to figure out if there was election fraud. Oh, and he charged taxpayers thousands of dollars to attend that Lindell event. Yeah, there is voter fraud going on. These people are the ones who are perpetrating it. Anyway, guys, when and if I hear more, I'll let you know. Thanks so much for watching and listening. Take care. I'll talk with you soon.